Welcome back, AHS. I'm Macy Threadgill.
And I'm Abram Sharp.
And this is
The Res.
This week's episode is all about Technology Student Association, or TSA for short.
TSA is a national nonprofit organization of middle and high school students who are engaged in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM.
Since TSA was created in 1978, almost 4 million students have participated through competitions, leadership opportunities, and community service.
A lot of students from our school competed in different events last Friday at the regional TSA competition in Waco.
Some of the events were things like video presentation, photography, graphic design, engineering, music production, video game design, and on-demand video.
Speaking of different events at TSA, Zach, didn't you ask this week's AWalk-in question?
I sure did. This week I want to turn to asking people what their favorite TSA events were, and here's what they had to say.
What is your favorite TSA event?
My favorite TSA event would have to be video on demand and digital video production, because movies, it's good.
I don't know, the problem solving is fun.
Tech Bowl is pretty cool. Obviously programming.
On demand.
I liked the video game design personally.
My favorite TSA event as an advisor who brings their students to compete is, of course, on-demand video. I love seeing the videos that my students get to make. My second favorite is probably seeing their pictures that they do.
I really like photography.
I really liked the problem-solving one. It was real fun.
Photography. Twister.
The time we eat.
Mine is the CO2 car racing.
I love the prepared presentations.
But all of the events are fantastic. It's really cool being able to come here and then seeing stuff. You can look right over here, go in and pan over here, and look at some of these like catapults. There's catapults. You can shoot stuff here, like catapults. Yeah.
Those are some great answers. My favorite event is the video on demand. Now back to you guys.
Good to see our Indian athletes doing so well.
Our video on demand teams did really well at TSA too.
Let's check out that segment in which we highlight the skilled,
The funny,
the silly,
and the talented.
It's time for this week's Shenanigans.
Last week, 2 teams from Alvarado competed in video on demand to make it to state and possibly nationals. However, only one team can go, so here's the epic battle to see who will make it to the top. Ready, fight!
Are you sad and lonely like this guy? Well, if you want to get ladies, the expectation is clear. You can't be like this guy. You need to be more like him. The difference in this situation is the terrific toothpick. Only 8 payments of $9.99, you can turn your whole life around with our terrific toothpick. And if you're one of our first 10 callers, we'll throw in this lovely lei for free. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime offer. Call now.
Honey, I'm so happy we came to Hawaii.
The expectation is clear. No outsiders.
Help! Someone help me! Help me! It's okay, I'm a doctor. It's poison. Run!
Be safe. Stay at home.
The winner is Team 2 by 0.5 points. It was a close fight, but Team 2 is victorious. Wish them luck as they go off April 15th to compete in state. Good luck, you guys.
Corey, how are Indian athletes doing?
Let's find out in this week's Res Sports.
He may be the greatest athlete of all time. There is mustard on the lettuce.
Last Thursday, AHS held a track meet at the junior high. Let's see some highlights of that. Last Friday, boys soccer faced off against Waxahachie Life. Let's see some highlights of that. Last Friday, girls soccer went up against Middle of Let's see some highlights of that. Way to go, Indians. Keep up the good work. That's all for this week's Res Sports.
Those were some impressive videos.
I enjoyed them. You know what else I enjoy?
Being literate?
Exactly. It's time to wig out for reading.
Good afternoon, AHS. Don't worry, I'm not going to be on here long. I saw some great videos from the TSA competition, so I challenged a few Teen Library Board members to make a film about how books can improve your life. Here it is, AHS. Enjoy it. Have a great day.
Are you sad and lonely? If so, come down to the library and check out a book. You'll find many friends here.
I've learned a lot from WIG.
Me too. I've learned a lot from TSA too.
You can learn some TSA tips from Tiffany in the next segment.
Now for Masterpiece Theater.
Welcome to Tiffany's TSA Tips, where Tiffany terrifically tells you TSA tips. Now here's Tiffany.
Hello, I'm Tiffany, and welcome to Tiffany's Tips about TSA. Tip number 1. Never wear white shoes to TSA. They will get dirty so fast, and then you have to wash them in the bathroom, and then you have wet shoes that you can't wear all day, so you have to walk around barefoot. Tip number 2, don't lose your props. You have to go back and you have to find them, and sometimes you never find them, and then it just messes up the whole day, and everyone's mad at you. Tip number 33, make sure that your projects meet the requirements. That's it. Tip number 15, don't do a commercial at regionals. It might look really good, it might be exported in 1080p, it might have sound effects, it might have all this good stuff that people like and it's good to watch, right? Don't do it, because you'll get 4th and somebody's project who's not as good as yours will rank higher than you. Tip number 3, bring blanket on the bus, because Neary always keep it freezing, and no matter how hard you yell at him, he will not turn it off, ever. Tip number 58, bring your headphones, because you're going to need them. On the bus with Neary, he will act like he is on a plane over the speakers and give you weather forecasts that are inaccurate. And he will blast his music that no one wants to listen to, ever. Tip number 10, don't be late to getting to the school, because we have to wake up so early to get here. And when we do get here, it's immediately we have to start packing and getting on the bus. And if you're late, like Devin, because he had to drive himself to TSA, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You just, it's a long drive. You just want to stay on the bus with Neary, even though we hate the bus with Neary.
That's all for Tiffany's Tips. See you next time when Tiffany tells you tips.
We have some wonderful sponsors for TSA.
Yeah, Mr. Mac is really cool.
And Neary knows a lot about fish.
It's a good thing the next segment is just Mac then.
It's Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, 'cause it's Indian interview time, Indian interview time.
Hello AHS, my name is Slater Martin, and today I'm here with Mr. Mack, and we recently just came back from TSA, and I just had a few questions to ask you. How are you doing today, Mr. Mack?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
What do you do at TSA?
Well, with TSA, most time, in my classes, I do what's probably would be considered the dirty part. We do a lot of the shop work and a lot of the building and a lot of the making of stuff. Mm-hmm. We still do a little clean part as far as the CAD and things like that, but notoriously we're probably known more for doing the wood projects and wood metal projects.
All right.
Okay.
Do you judge any of the events?
Yeah, I sure do. Well, I help run the CO2, and I've probably done that since I've been doing TSA, which I've done TSA for 23 years, starting in South Texas and then coming up here. Actually taught in Venus and then taught here.
All right. So you've been doing it for 23 years.
Yeah, I love CO2.
So what do your students usually?
They like really doing the CO2 cars and the dragsters. I have had some that done the transportation modeling, some that'll do the larger wood projects. We've done everything from like Hope Chest to I think we did toolboxes. We've done work tables. Also I've got a couple kids that do the 3D modeling as far as with the 3D printer, and so I got a couple of kids that are pretty good at that. So
yeah, I remember I was actually on the bus with Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Percifield.
Yep.
And he had like made a 3D model of.
There were people freaking out on that. I guess I'm showing my age because there were kids like, oh my gosh, it's a Buster sword, and I'm like, I have no idea what a Buster sword is, but they were like amazed by it. So
yeah, it's like from Final Fantasy 7, which is a video game.
I learned that since then. So yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did any of your students get to go to state? No.
Yes. All my CO2 cars did. And we had 2 barbecue pits that actually are fire pits that qualified to go to state. And transportation modeling. Ian Owen had a transportation modeling, which it's going to be awesome once he gets it finally finished. It was just a real raw one at that point. I mean, it was painted, but it's he's doing the Dale Earnhardt Senior, not Dale Earnhardt, but Dale Earnhardt Senior, the dad. He's doing the 1950 version of his Bel Air Beach Racer, so it's pretty cool deal. And I have had a student when I was in South Texas. I won nationals with transportation modeling, so it's pretty neat.
That is pretty cool.
And that kid is a customizer, and he's trying to get on with Iron Resurrection, the show that's on the Discovery Channel. He's trying to become one of the painters for Joe Martin right now, so he's pretty talented.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm hoping Ian's got some talent. So.
All right. Well, do you think anyone this year will make it to nationals?
Yeah, I'm thinking Ian's might, and I'm hoping our CO2 cars are probably going to do okay. I'm not, I think if I've got John Laster and Santos Salinas and Boder that are working on their CO2 cars, and I think they'll do good. 2 of them are in state-only events, but I think probably my best shot's going to be Ian. We were trying to Tech Bowl, but in Tech Bowl we came up short. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Been my pleasure.
Fortunately, that's all the time we have for today, as we learned a couple new things about TSA and about work, shop class and all that. And we will see you next time on the Reds.
Peace out.
Peace out. Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor, Tribal Tees.
For all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs,
see Tribal Tees. Come join the tribe.
And now a word from our other sponsor, Johnson County Pipe.
Johnson County Pipe Supply is a family-owned and operated manufacturing company providing local jobs for over a decade. Our industry-leading position in the ever-growing construction industry is also seeking self-motivated, hard-working individuals with integrity. No experience necessary, just a willing attitude, and bilingual is a plus. So if you're looking to work in a year-round manufacturing, safe, friendly environment with competitive pay and full-time benefits, look no further than down the pipeline, just off 67 on County Road 209.
Tell them you saw this ad on the Red.
An independent company, the Thompson Pipe Group. Must be 18 to apply, must apply in person.
And now for this week's general announcements.
You can order your yearbook for $25 right now.
And spring break is next week.
Keep that purple pride alive, HS. And until next time, I'm Macy Threadgill.
And I'm Abram Sharp.
And this is
The Reds.
I did this.
I did this.
I kept them together.
Well, I did this.
He was clapping for us.
The music's about to come on.
Those are some impressive